you get to see everything that that company is doing with you as your partner. And then you're able to say, hey, like, I think, here are your overarching goals. Like, let's talk about what this could look like from a high level perspective. And then also, because of the agency part, like, I work with a portfolio of 12 clients, and my company works with many, many, many more clients than that, many more accounts. And so the opportunity to say, hey, I just did this cool project for this other client, actually seems like it might be like a really good fit here and that might be of interest to you. And so being able to take to go from the ground and see above and see everything that's happening and consider how to strategically move from there. So I would say this sort of manager director role, the IC piece, and then the strategy piece. But yeah, I'm interested to hear Mike's thoughts.
Very, very cool. There's a lot of route to go. And as we see the industry kind of open up, there will be more. I imagine there will be more. Some things we can even think of now, right? Paul, I know you wanted to do a few live questions. Do we have anyone ready for that?
Yes, I actually just saw a fantastic question from a student, Ari Goodman. Okay. And what I'll do, Ari, is I'll spotlight you and then I'll ask you to go off mute so you can ask your question. I think we'll just be able to take one question and maybe one more. Okay. Sorry to put you on the spot, Ari. So just get comfortable and then go ahead.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, sorry, I was in the library on like the quiet spot. So nice to meet you all. My name is Ari. I'm actually studying user experience research at my university. And I'd love to know more about like what's something that you didn't know before coming into the industry that you wish someone had told you. I'm pretty new to all of this, so I'd love to hear your advice on that.
I can just go quickly, but I'm really going to leave more time for two guest speakers. For me, it's conduct more research, get involved for free or paid, but get into doing more research, right? Whatever that means, interviewing, writing surveys. That is the best portfolio you can build for yourself, is doing something real. There are endless ideas and products out there. And there is such a need for UX research. They don't know it, but you can bring that up. So I'll say finding more ways to kind of create real research for yourself and helping people output that will be something. There was no UX research when I was in school, but that would be the advice I would give, right? More practice, the better. How about you, Mike?
Yeah. Got a few different answers, but I think the one that I'll go with is when you're creating your report, really focusing on the things that are going to be impactful and things that are going to either be really new to the audience that you're presenting it to, so that especially if you're doing it first, because it's easy for people to say, hey, we already knew that. But some of that is hindsight bias, which is one of the reasons why you have to make sure that you're kind of crafting in a way where it's harder for them to try to say that. But the other thing is, like, too many research reports out there start with methods and participants. And while we as researchers may care, our audience doesn't care. And if they do, that's actually the people who ask about those, or how you know those are the people you need to follow up on, because those are the people who don't trust your results. So that's the number one reason to keep the method and participants in your appendix instead of putting it up front. Get to the meat of your presentation first and learn more about kind of who you need to follow up with.
Mine's really simple. Learn how to run a business meeting. Running a meeting is the most important skill you'll ever have. Make an agenda. Make sure everyone has the agenda. Keep the time. Make sure to leave time for next steps. I can't even tell you how useless meetings are. You'll find out soon enough. The only good meetings are well-run meetings. Just read 3 articles on Harvard Business Review about how to run a meeting.
That's really great advice. And I'll add one thing, right? Apply to be a volunteer at Research Bookmark. We're conducting research on researchers and real life research, and it has gotten a lot of people that come through just in the market right away. So that's also an opportunity. I know we're going towards the end here. We passed a little bit. I know Kavenish is looking